to talk about spiritual battles. Every Christians, we go through fights. We go through spiritual battles for us to be able to realize what is our actual purpose and responsibility in this life. So it's upon all of us to realize as Christians, when God is about to do something good in our life, spiritual battles intensifies. And we have to fight for us to be able to realize that one thing that God has in store for us, to be able to make it in life in the name of Jesus Christ. So when you are facing a lot of opposition, when you are facing a lot of spiritual battles, realize that God has something in store for you. Once you are able to overcome the battles, you are going to be more than victorious, and you are going to realize your purpose and responsibility around this life. Kindly subscribe to my channel. God bless you. So spiritual battles is literally fighting with everybody and everything around you for you to be able to propel to your purpose, for you to be able to proceed to what is God's intention upon your life. So when we talk about spiritual battles, you really have to understand, why are you fighting? The why must be answered. You must know why you are entering into the battlefield. In any war where you enter, you have to foresee victory. We see David trying to foresee victory before he even went to fight with the Goliath. We see David foreseeing his victory, and he also knew that he was well connected with God, and he asked God, don't allow me to be ashamed before the Goliath and the Philistine. And we see God giving massive results, and he won his war in the name of Jesus Christ. So as Christian, we really have to know all these things. Who are you going to fight? Who is your potential enemy? Who is your potential person who is making you to enter into the battlefield? You must also answer to this very question for you to be able to know what you are going to do. And how are you going to even fight this war? So, as Christians, we are empowered with prayer. We only rely on the promises of God using prayer. We don't have anything else to trust in this life other than prayer. Christians, all of us, we rely on prayer so that we are able to realize the promises of God upon our life. We Christians, we survive through prayer. We live through prayer. We call God in all our circumstances and our situations. Even when things don't seem to work according to how we expect them to work, we still rely on the promises of God. God does not change. The fact that things do not work the way we expected, it does not mean that God is not going to come through for us. So we rely on the promises of God. We call God in our situations, and God comes through for us in the name of Jesus Christ. So in Isaiah number 27, verses 1, it says, God will restore Israel from its suffering. So God is going to restore you from your suffering. Wherever place where you are, you feel like you are battling so much in life. You feel like everything else is cornering you. You feel like you don't know exactly what choice to make in life. You feel like you are so desperate and frustrated. Tell God, fight my wars. I don't know how to fight. I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to survive in this wicked world. I don't know even who I am even fighting with. I don't know who my enemy is. Fight for me. And God is going to come through and fight for you all your wars. And you are going to be more than victorious in the name of Jesus Christ. We really need to be deliberate in the war and in our salvation so that God will come through and fight for us. When we talk about God, Jesus Christ, in John 3:16, for God so loved the world that he sent his only begotten Son, Jesus Christ, to die for us to be redeemed and receive our salvation. The fact that Jesus died on the cross was not in vain, and it can never be in vain. He loves us so much, and it's the reason why we all have to surrender and tell him we are not going to be able to fight this war alone. Help us to be able to navigate through the challenges of life and give us victory in every aspect of our life. And God is faithful. He is going to enable us to be able to fight and win successfully. In the book of Job, number 2, verses 9, it says, The Job's wife was telling Job to curse God and die. Sometimes you reach a point whereby you feel like you are desperate. You feel like all your plans have failed. You feel like the battles are so much. You feel like giving up. You feel like I don't want to continue fighting anymore. God, I don't know how to do this. You feel like you are so desperate. You are worn out. Nothing seems to work in your favor. Tell God, I'm here. I came naked to the world, and someday I'm gonna live naked. I don't know what to hold on to. I put my trust fully unto you, and I'm not going to give up. Literally, you really have to be deliberate, friends, brethren, and family, children of God. You have to be deliberate in the journey of salvation. You have to be vibrant and also radical in your decision making. Don't be watered by what people are talking about. Don't be watered by what your friends are talking about. Don't be watered by what the world is putting as a standard. Say, God, I'm here. I don't care whoever who is looking down upon me. But one thing that is for sure, I will be more than victorious. I shall be a conqueror in the name of Jesus Christ. Challenges have come so many on my way, but God is certainly giving me victory in the name of Jesus Christ in every aspect of my life. So we need to be children of God who are vibrant and who are able to understand the promises of God upon our life and call God into all our situations, and they will turn around every of our situation and give us victory in the name of Jesus Christ, and we are going to be more than conquerors. So when you find that you are a Christian and the spiritual warfare has intensified in your life, just tell God, fight my wars. Fight for me. I'm not going to denounce you. I'm not going to put you aside and fight with my own strength. I'm not going to put my Christianity aside and do corruption and come back and pick my Christianity. I am not going to enter into the trap that the enemy is going to set against my life. Be deliberate, friends. Be deliberate. There are those people who say that I want to do this corruption deal that is making me millions of money, and then I will go back and collect my Christianity wherever I'm gonna drop it. So we have to be Christians who are sensitive in our decision making. We have to be Christians who are alert in every aspect of our life. We really need to be deliberate, friends. There is no two way about race until God to fight our wars. And we have to be able to make tough decisions and be able to make it in line according to the will of God. So you may lose everything, friends, but one thing that I'm going to remind you tonight is never lose the sight of Christ in your life. Never lose Jesus in your life. You may lose your children as Job did lose everything. You may lose everything certainly life has provided with you. But one thing that I'm going to encourage you tonight, hold on to Jesus. Tell him, yes, I may have lost everything in life. And some point we come to life, we gather so much. We look for so much in life. We look for money. We amass wealth. We do everything else humanly possible to make us comfortable. But we live without anything. Once you lose it from the world, you just go alone and you leave everything that you have worked for years to acquire. So tell God to preserve your soul. Tell God to preserve your life. Tell God to preserve you, to give you the intuition and the knowledge and also ability and understanding of His word upon your life. It's going to be paramount more than the goodies and the gold of this world. So let us be people of God who are able to yield to the promises of God. Tell God you're ready to listen to Him. Tell God you're ready to follow Him. Tell God you're going to follow Him every day of your life. You're going to make a decision to stand with Him and tell God to fight all your wars. And may He give you victory in every aspect of your life. And may God's blessings come upon you in the name of Jesus Christ. So continue yielding unto promises of God, following God, and also living for God fully every day of our life. Continue yielding unto promises of God. Continue standing and claiming the promises of God upon our life. Let us grow stronger in faith every day. You know, faith is an assurance of the heart. It's a conviction, or it's an assurance of things that we are hoping to have in life. Tell God, I'm convicted that I have you within me, and the victory shall always be my portion in the name of Jesus Christ. And I'm more than a conqueror, and there is no battle that I'm not going going to be able to win over. When God is on my side, friends, brethren, and family, I am more than a conqueror, and victory is on my side in the name of Jesus Christ. Be blessed, friends, brethren, and family.